What's up, guys? Acerthorn here, and today I'd like to
suck my dick.
No, this is not a joke video.
Hello everyone, and welcome to something somewhat different than what we normally do on the channel, and by that I mean not very different at all. Today, we're going to be looking at everyone's favorite turkey man, Acerthorn, go after another YouTuber who covered his Dark Souls quote-unquote review, and now Acerthorn is throwing a hissy fit about it. Shock of all friggin' shocks. When is he not throwing a hissy fit about something? By the way, I'm not just talking about on YouTube, I'm talking about the numerous lawsuits he's filed over the years. How hasn't he been banned from YouTube or been prevented from filing spurious, frivolous lawsuits is anyone's guess at this point, but whatever. Today, the Turkey Man is going to be talking about Hey It's Ekhim. I think that's the YouTuber's name. I'll leave a link to the video in the description if I can remember to this time. But anyway, I watched Ekhim's video and I thought it was really good. You should probably go watch it before you watch this one. It'll help you to bring you up to speed and back up what I'm saying to Acerthorn to refute his arguments here. But anyways, let's friggin' go and pray to God Almighty and his many disciples that Acerthorn doesn't try to strike this video with a copyright strike.
My Dark Souls Retrospective video has been, well, controversial would be putting it mildly.
And the reason as to why your videos are so controversial, putting it mildly, isn't so much because they're so controversial, it's because you didn't even make it a fifth of the way through Dark Souls 1 because you said the game wasn't getting you enough views on your channel, which it needs to survive, you claim. People watched your Dark Souls retrospective because they thought you had completed the game because you were expected and even required to beat a game in order to create a retrospective on a game, and the exact same thing goes for every other piece of media out there. You have to watch a movie all the way through to make a retrospective on that. Sorry about that. You have to read a book all the way through to make a retrospective on that. All you have to do for this, however, is change the title from Dark Souls Retrospective to Dark Souls Review, and nobody would have batted an eyelid. Some of us probably would have agreed with you on certain points. Also, another thing that doesn't help your case is you trash talk not so much about Dark Souls games in your review, or Dark Souls 1, you trash talk the fan base, and that's just the Dark Souls video that Acer Turkey put out. His Elden Ring video is even worse. He basically made a 4-minute video with Elden Ring footage taken from someone else and claims that he hasn't even played the game. So, not only can Acerthorn not make a retrospective on Elden Ring, he literally can't review Elden Ring at all, as that means that his opinion is automatically invalid. Oh, and he also trash-talked the Soulsborne fanbase in his Elden Ring video as well, which is false advertising when you go by the title, I think. The point is, Acerthorn complains about the fanbase more than the games. Others have been quick to point this out to Acerthorn, but his default response is, without fail, usually, whatever. That means that he has admitted defeat and refuting his opponent's points.
It, along with my Elden Ring Sucks video, are the two most popular videos on my entire channel, and they have played no small role in giving me a reputation as a person who just hates games simply for the sake of being edgy and getting rage bait clicks on my videos, even though they are literally just 2 videos in my library of 1,500 videos.
Yes, those are just 2 videos in your library out of 1,500 videos, but guess what? Every single video game I've ever seen you cover has been negative, Acer Turkey. Literally, I have not seen you say a single good thing about one of those games that I've looked up. Dark Souls, it sucks. Elden Ring, it sucks. Morrowind, it sucks. Do you see the pattern here yet, folks? Now, I'm not going to say that every game he plays, he'll say sucks. Who knows how many games he's played off screen that he hasn't brought up on his YouTube channel yet. I don't, but what I will say is that I get it. Negativity sells. Heck, he probably is just doing this for rage views. I'll admit it, I've even thought about doing it myself on this channel or on my gaming channel. Having said that, Acer Turkey needs to actually talk about the games instead of the fan base of said games. Just saying is all.
Enter Akeem, an extremely small YouTuber whose channel has downright exploded in popularity after publishing a response video about me. By a country mile, this video's success leaves his other videos, what few there are, completely in the dust. So, naturally, I decided to give this guy a look. Depending on how he conducts himself, and if he brings any new ideas to the table, I may even invite him onto my channel to do a live stream debate, similar to the ones I did with Monty Spa and Skibbity Dibbity those years back.
Now, I haven't watched any of Acerthorn's live stream debates in full, but I can tell you that I have seen clips of Acerturd's live stream debates, and he basically becomes the living epitome of the phrase by I don't actually know who exactly came up with it or said it, but you know the one. It goes like this: never argue with an idiot. They will drag you down to their level and then beat you with experience. That's what Acerthorn basically embodies. He's the living epitome of that phrase, is he not? Man, the more I say that phrase, though, the more I think of RPGs.
But of course, he would still have to actually bring something new to the table. See, I've done follow-up videos on this retrospective, and I've even responded to people's comments and given rebuttals to their arguments.
And like I said earlier, the response and rebuttals to most of their points and their arguments is usually, as in like 9 times out of 10, whatever.
So, I've seen the most common criticisms of my video, and I've already debunked them. So you can understand my frustration when I tend to see the exact same tired old arguments constantly thrown at me, just with new names attached.
And now we can finally state with absolute certainty that Acerthorn is insane. See, the definition I go by for insane is usually doing the same exact thing over and over again, expecting different results. Is that not what Acerthorn is doing here? Also, Acerturd, you sound like you have quite an ego on you. You haven't debunked anything these people have said in the comments to your videos. All you've said, yet again, whenever someone makes a claim, is you will usually say, whatever, or you will do all sorts of mental gymnastics and goalpost moving to make it seem like you're in the right.
However, Akeem said in his video that he has noticed that I still to this day respond to comments in my Dark Souls video.
Acer is still replying to comments 3 years later.
Oh, so if this guy obviously has seen me dismiss people's recent comments by saying that I've already debunked such and such argument countless times already.
I'm sorry, could you repeat that? I had to alter your audio files and remove the video files so that I don't get copyright claimed, and I can't play your voice in its normal state because if I do, then guess what? You copyright strike me for what falls 100% into fair use. Also, no, he's saying you're dismissing other people's comments because they don't stroke your ego or support your confirmation bias.
So clearly this guy is going to take my updated arguments into account. This is gonna be good. Without further ado, let's get into Acerthorn's arguments as to why Dark Souls sucks. Or at least that's what I would say, but Acer takes 3 minutes and 50 seconds to just get to his first argument.
You have got to be kidding me! I have had it up to here addressing this argument that I have already debunked 11 ways to Sunday. I'm not fucking repeating myself, so I will review this video of yours just to make sure it complies with fair use, and also to make sure you aren't slandering me. But you can forget about me engaging with you on this matter. Not until you create a revised version of your video that actually addresses the current state of my discussions on Dark Souls.
What does it matter whether or not he uses the old and outdated arguments of your videos or the new up-to-date ones? You're going to do what you do best. You will drag him down to your level and then beat him with experience whilst also cheating by performing mental gymnastics and goalpost moving that you are oh so famous for. And not to fat shame here, But I'm honestly surprised that you haven't sprained a fat roll yet with all of the mental gymnastics and goalpost moving that you love to do.
And it is simply not respectful of my time to expect me to address the same arguments, literally the exact same arguments, with nearly no variation except semantics that I have already debunked over and over and over and over and over and over and over
and over and over and over and over and over and over.
Sorry, folks, what can I say? I ran out of decibels in altering Acerthorn's voice, saying and over and over again. And I had to skip the normal pitch of his voice because copyright strike potential. Anyways, after that little bit of saying and over several times, he basically says that he won't debate Akeem or even acknowledge his arguments until Akeem provides some new up-to-date arguments because Acerthorn admits defeat. What else is there? Seriously, he hasn't debunked anything. Also, Akeem's video is over 40 minutes long. Acerthorn simply made a 5-minute video over one little clip out of a 40-minute video. How is anyone supposed to take the guy seriously when he can't even be bothered to watch the whole video? There were some parts Akeem even agreed with Acerthorn on, but since Acerthorn didn't watch the whole video, he wouldn't know that. Man, to think that I used to be like that nowadays makes my skin crawl. Anyways, that's going to be it for this video, but before I go, I have a few things to say. The first is apologies for some parts of the video where I had to alter the audio files because I didn't want Acerthorn to copyright strike my videos. The second is to Bear Brain Kuma for the Pillars of Eternity video footage that you've been watching throughout this video. Third, please go watch Hey It's Akeem's channel, or at least the video Acerthorn was talking about from that guy in this video to support him. If we can, let's try and get him up to 4,000 subscribers, if not 5,000, just to keep Acerthorn off of his case, shall we? Anyways, thanks for watching, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye-bye for now!